HarperCollins presents The Bump Plan, written and read by Hollie Grant. This audiobook comes with a downloadable file that contains anatomical diagrams, illustrations of the exercises described, and other resources that you may find useful. You can find this file in your audiobook player's download library. Introduction. Welcome to The Bump Plan, your best friend, hype woman and survival guide to staying active during conception, pregnancy and beyond. It's the book I wish I'd read when I was pregnant with my daughter Freya, now 4 years old, and the book I want Freya to read if she is ever pregnant. I hope it helps every person on this journey to see that staying active needn't feel like rocket science, to understand why being active can help you feel like the absolute badass that you are, and to learn how staying strong will prepare you for whatever parenting throws at you, which is a lot. Building a strong body ahead of conception and staying active during pregnancy have vast proven health benefits, both physically and mentally. Aside from the general health gains we all make from physical activity, it also has pregnancy-specific advantages. Not only can it make being pregnant feel more comfortable and progress more smoothly, it also lessens the risk of gestational diabetes, improves cardiovascular fitness, and reduces your risk of pregnancy-related blood pressure issues. It can reduce labour times, improve postnatal recovery times, and boost postpartum mental health. There is also research to suggest that our babies themselves could benefit from having an active mother too. How cool is that? However, while pregnant with Freya, I realised that exercise is a huge no man's land for pregnant women. We have a generation of women who are keen exercisers, who suddenly feel lost when they become pregnant. Around 75% of pregnant women do not meet the current guidelines for activity. That's a lot. Information online is often outdated and inconsistent, and many women feel scared that they might harm themselves or their babies. They're told by medical professionals that they need to stay active, yet they're not given the tools or advice as to how best to do so. So often, they do nothing, and then feel guilty about the fact they're doing nothing. It's an awful position to be in, but it is avoidable. Postnatally, the information around physical activity isn't much better. Many women are told to wait to start exercising again until after their 6-week appointment with their doctor. Now, anyone who's attended one of these appointments knows there's a lot to cover and not a lot of time. The appointment is also, understandably, heavily focused on checking your baby is healthy, so mum doesn't always get a look in. At my appointment, I didn't get my scar checked, despite having had an emergency cesarean followed by sepsis. Therefore, this 6-week marker is pretty arbitrary. There is a lot you can and should be doing from day one after giving birth that will help to improve and speed up your postnatal recovery. Therefore, more evidence-led advice needs to be shared. And don't worry, I've got you covered in part 3. About me. Before I go on, let me tell you a little bit about myself. 11 years ago, I left my short career as an apprentice pastry chef with a celebrated chocolatier, having realised it wasn't the dream I hoped it would be. Suffering from depression, I handed in my notice and never looked back. While putting myself back together again, I took on a role as a receptionist at a Pilates studio in London. I instantly fell in love with Pilates. It really was love at first try. I was fascinated by the focus on technique and anatomy. I loved that it was about increasing performance rather than reducing dress size, and I was obsessed with how strong and resilient it made me feel, having spent so long feeling physically and mentally weak. After a year of daily Pilates, the instructors at the studio gave me the push I needed to train as an instructor myself with world-renowned Stott Pilates. I went on to become an advanced reformer and mat Pilates instructor and taught across London in studios and private residences for many years. I was promoted to head trainer at 2 busy Pilates studios and added a personal training qualification to my name. 8 years ago, the opportunity arose
Sample complete. Ready to continue?